What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Durrës, Albania, the second largest city in Albania. Obviously, it is on the coast. It was founded in 627 by the Greeks, and then it went through a long and complicated history because obviously it is a very important place for trade, right? Because it's right on the beach. And at one point, the Venetians took over. And so we're going to be taking you over there somewhere, if you can see it, to the Venetian Tower. I was just up there on top of that building. Maybe I will insert some of that footage here. But this is Durrës, Albania in late September, soaking the vibes. You can see the beaches, not necessarily the greatest, look a little rocky, but if you go south of here to a place like Sarande, much nicer for the beach vibes at least. They are also known for having great seafood here. Albanian is actually one of the more slept on cuisines in the world. It's kind of a mixture of like Greek, Italian, and Albanian. So I will probably later in this video be getting some seafood so you guys can check that out. Hopefully the sound quality is all right. So let's go for a ride through Durrës, Albania. All right, we are getting closer to the Venetian Tower. Let's go ahead and flip this camera around so you can see what I am talking about. Boom, there it is. Let's do a little zoom action. There is where we are going, and so I will see you on the other side. So you should be able to see it in the background behind me. So as I mentioned, this is the Venetian Tower. Obviously, it's called the Venetian Tower because the Venetians created it in the 15th century, primarily to protect against the Ottoman Empire from invading them and taking control, which they eventually did in the 1600s. So wasn't too, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is here. Wasn't too effective. That is what I am looking for. And this is actually the remnants of something called the Durrës Castle. All right. So it was obviously in a very strategic location because it could see out, you know, prior to modern day, it could see out into the ocean, or you would have lookouts who would be able to warn of an incoming invasion, of which we might be able to see right here. So I suppose these are more remnants of the castle. Let's go ahead and just take a quick little peek before returning to look at more about the Venetian Tower. All right, nice little walkway there. And then you can see some sort of fortification here as well. All right, we will go back. We got a nice little walking tour over there. But you guys don't need a walking tour. You've got me. So apparently inside of this is like a VR kind of thing going on. Here is some information if you guys are interested. Something interesting I just learned is in 1939, which is World War II, the Italians actually arrived along this coastline, which I will flip around to show you guys. To invade Albania on the orders of Benito Mussolini, and the the king of Albania at the time, King Zog, rejected their truce offer, and so they being the Italians, annexed Albania on the Good Friday of Easter, which I believe it said was April 7th, 1939. Right, so interesting fact, when the Greeks came here in 627, maybe 626, based on what they said in that, they called it Epidamnos, something like that. And then when the Romans came here and took it over, I guess the name was changed to Dyrrachium, okay? And then apparently before 626, the Illyrians were here as well. So there you go, a little bit of a information update before people start screaming in the comments, how dare you get our history wrong? Well, here's the correction. All right. With that said, speaking of the Romans, we are going to go to one of the 200 Roman amphitheaters in the world. So, and I believe it said it is the largest in the Balkans. So, and it could fit 20,000 people. So I'll see you guys there. Right, so this was built in the 2nd century by Trajan, or maybe, possibly, it could have been built by his successor, Hadrian, I believe it was. And so this is where the slave owners would come to watch gladiators fight, to watch beasts fight, and I guess to entertain themselves while drinking that sweet, delicious juice of the gods, otherwise known as wine. So check it out in all its glory. Only half of it has actually been excavated as of now, and it looks like they might have events here or something like that. Probably not gladiator battles, but yeah, soak it in. Interesting thing is they started to do more architectural innovation when they built this one. So they started to separate the animals and the gladiators and protect them from the people who were here to watch them, who were here to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Anyway, with my poor acting and accent aside, they also introduced tiered seating. And then another thing is, you might be able to see these. We've got some mosaics in here as well. Let's actually do a little bit of, nope. Get the zoom action going. There we go. Zoom out a little bit. All right. So you can see, flip the camera back around. All kinds of marvelous things happening around here. And fun fact, the Romans actually built that hose and that sewer thing. They were way ahead of their time. Amazing how this stuff stands the test of time. I'm not sure I actually want to get in there, but what other marvels can we find? Another interesting fact is they didn't discover this until 1966. And the only reason they discovered it is because a fig tree fell down. And while dealing with that fig tree, that did damage several feet below the surface of the earth, they came upon these remnants of this amphitheater. Really, really interesting. All right. So there you go. Another thing I forgot to mention is due to the earthquakes here, they actually started building reinforced walls. So they were earthquake resistant, obviously. All right, that was a lot more food than I thought. Only like $17 or something like that. Happy. All right, just finished dinner, early dinner, I guess, late lunch, and it was pretty good. It was like $30 US. Had water, the meal, obviously, a limoncello, and a white wine. So pretty decent value, especially considering, right on the water. And so in general, they're probably going to charge a little bit more just for that view. And so, yeah, pretty decent. Can't complain. Obviously, the cuisine here is one of my favorites in the world. It's a combination of Greek, Italian, and Albanian influence, so can't really go wrong. Now, with all that said, I think we're probably going to be wrapping up this video here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hit the like button if you haven't done that already, and yeah, see you guys soon. As always, peace, much love.